afternoon, morning, whatever it is, where you are. Please excuse the background noise. My cat is on her giant hamster wheel of a thing. So, we are going to do hands 45 through 50 today for the poker prediction experiment. I have chosen 5 names in advance from the all-time money list that we have not searched before. And we're going to see if we can continue this pretty good trend that is happening here. The green column, excuse me, I have an itch to get to. The green column is the yeses, the times that we asked the deck exactly, or to show us one card that would appear in the poker hand and got that exact card. No's are the times that we did not, to put it plain and simple. And then the comment section is for all those times when it was kind of a gray area, such as, well, the most gray area was the time that the video, the people who had made a video of the hand originally, they put up the card that I was looking for on the screen. But on the poker table itself, actually in play in the hand, it was a different card. They had put up the wrong card. So even on that one, I marked it as a no, did not appear in play in the hand, even though they accidentally made it appear in play in the hand. So hope you enjoyed that long intro today. And I'm going to go ahead and get into it so you can see how this works. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up when I search for Daniel Chi Tang poker hands. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Daniel Chi Tang poker hands. Please show us the card will be in play. Okay, we have the 4 of Impatience, and respite, you may notice, is the word on the top right corner there because it's saying that you need to take a break in order to cure your impatience in general. And all right, Daniel Chi Tang, I am not familiar with, but we are about to find out one day at a time, one hand at a time about Danny Chi Tang.
Okay. Deep in the main event now. We are less than 100 players now at this point. The sweat, it's real. The struggle is real. But you look extremely comfortable. You've got your...
No, let's not get the toes in. Not getting the toes in.
He's got his comfy kicks on, but to be fair...
Okay, so we have someone who made it pretty far in the main event that I missed. I believe I was working in the poker world at the time, so I mean, I should have seen it. It was on the screens, but I somehow missed this. But what we want is the first poker hand, and we're looking for the 4 of Spades is the card that I drew. And you know what? There's no poker hands in the one day at a time, one hand at a time video. So we will try this one and see if we can get a full hand. Thank you for tuning in, those of you that are here. I'm just doing the first hand to see if we can find the card that we were looking for. I asked one card in play in the first poker video, first poker hand on that video, and trying to find the cards so we can prove whether or not it was real. So far in my experiment, I have about 31% success rate, which is more than twice, well, almost twice the statistically expected, probably expected results that math calculated. So it looks like no hand in this one either. That does not look like a hand breakdown. There must be a hand breakdown that includes him somewhere. That says hand breakdown, but it does not say him. I mean, nope, that won't get us there either. We need the first one that has an actual hand, but I feel like I've skipped it already. Sorry, this is taking so long. I don't normally include shorts. I suppose we might need to make an exception to that. This one looks like it will have a hand shown. Let's do this. There, he's playing poker. Finally, made it to one where we can find out. First poker hand, first poker video. If the 4 of spades is in play. Oh, here's one I did not expect for my study. So my calculation is based on the number of players in a hand, which I was only thinking I was going to end up with Texas Hold'em hands. And so I will make a note, even though there are perhaps only going to be 2 players in the hand, that there were extra cards in play in this one, because it does change this probability statistic that I am trying to beat in order to prove my results to be true. So, as I said, I have about a 31% success rate right now. Probability expects that when there are 2 players in a Texas Hold'em hand, the card that I drawn at random will come out about 17.5% of the time. So when I get 31% success rate, I am about twice as often as expected having success, which in any scientific experiment is considered to be statistically significant. So I'm not going to give you a hand analysis on this one because I am not an Omaha player by any means. But we are just looking around for the 4 of spades here. And we have initiative, confidence, healing, and potential versus judgment, unexpected good news, good luck, and progress. These are said to be the 2 luckiest cards in the deck. So we shall see. Looks pretty lucky right now. Again, I don't know anything about Omaha, so I don't know the chances of outdrawing that, but they're probably decent. So still just looking for the 4 of spades to appear for my experiment. And then we'll move on to hand number 2 and see how that goes. It's fun how long they can take to deal out one hand of poker, don't you think? Definitely a talent to being able to talk through all of these slow moments while we're waiting for them to just deal one more card. Coincidentally, this is the Jack of Duplicity, and to me, that's a somewhat duplicitous behavior / maneuver, how long people take to do things on TV in general. So, the 5 of imbalance there on the river. We did not see our card this hand, but we will do 4 more hands. Got 3 out of 5 yesterday. And if we get that today, we are really, really into the statistically significant category. So 2 players in the hand, but Omaha hand. So we had more cards, and I will factor that in later. So on to drawing number 2. Again, I picked these names in advance from the Hendon Mob all-time money list to try and make sure that I get different videos and different hands just for fun. Sorry about all the jiggling. My cat is feeling antsy and making noise in the background and hopping on the table. And yeah, so moving on. Hand number 2. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Michael Watson poker hands. Please show us one card that will be in play. First poker hand on the first poker video comes up on YouTube when I search for Michael Watson poker hands. Please show us the card. Okay, we are looking for it. Oh, that's the right way. Haha. 6 of prosperity. And it is a long-term sign of prosperity, as in Rome is not built in a day. You're going to have to work hard to get there. So we are going to go ahead and do our search, find out if we find our card. Sorry about all the background noise again and all of the extra giggles from me. My cat actually has an anxiety issue right now, so long story short, trying to curtail this behavior would actually probably just result in more noise in the background. So sorry, we're just going to have to deal. So we are looking for the 6 of diamonds and have a hand here with Fedor Holtz playing some diamonds. Oh, I guess he folded those. Lots of queens out there. Queen 9, empowerment, clean slate, and another queen. I'm very confused by this changing back and forth. Intuition and unavoidable barrier versus empowerment and clean slate. These are 2 of the least lucky cards in the deck, according to fortune telling with playing cards. And we now have potential, persistence, vapid achievement. Vapid achievement is a very tricky card. All of the 10s indicate change, and this one means that you got an empty achievement, such as got a pair of 10s, but they might not mean as much as you think they mean. So perhaps Watson's draws are going to have more potential than average. And but again, this is for entertainment purposes only, just trying to give you some information on what the cards mean, because that's what my research is about. And whether or not I predict the outcome correctly, the meaning should still be showing to you as correlated. What did I just say? Those draws might be looking pretty good, and he just got stronger with the Jack of Duplicity, another sign that something duplicitous, something changing, something not following the mathematical odds is about to happen. Of course, for me, it would not include if my card showed up, so that's kind of a bummer. But let's just see what happens. And interesting that he is checking, though he has a pair, and Watson is betting his flush and straight draw. Now, Peters, I think that's David Peters, has the 10, which is known as the unavoidable barrier. So I like to say you either be the barrier or face the barrier. And so therefore, as rational as these bets that Watson is putting out might seem to call, ta-da, there's that straight that I predicted on the river. And you might want to go ahead and see it as a barrier when those bets were coming out before, is what I was about to say. So I think that was pretty fun prediction by me come true, but we did not get this prediction for the poker prediction experiment. So let's back it up, put the evidence down for this one. I'm just going to go ahead and make I predicted the outcome of the hand note there in case I want to go back and see that. And moving on to, whoops, our third hand of the night, which is going to be Paul Fua. Okay. Awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up when I search for Paul Fua poker hands. Please show us one card that will be in play on the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up when I search for Paul Fua poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play. Whoops. Sorry. A comment was made yesterday, could people cheat? I'm hoping that my lack of skill in dealing and the fact that you can see everything, trying to make it so you can see everything I'm doing all at once, proves to you that I'm not a cheater at all. I am trying to do all of it where you can see exactly what is happening. If I had a better setup, we would do it even better, but I'm on no budget at the moment. So this appears to be a full hand scenario. I don't know Paul Fua, but this looks like a high stakes poker. I see several familiar faces there. Maybe I do know him and just didn't know his name. Sorry, Paul. Sorry. Hopefully you can have some charity and kindness for me in two ways. I want to see this card in play, and please forgive me for not knowing exactly who you were. So we have the 2014 Aussie Millions main event. Are looking for the Four of Hearts, which stands for charity. And Paul has pocket tens. This is unavoidable barrier and exciting challenge. As I was just saying in the last hand, I personally believe you either want to be the barrier or face the barrier. So I like that he raised here to find out, is he the barrier or facing the barrier? Ooh, that's a tricky little flop. So peace of mind and overconfidence. And we've gotten resourcefulness, good luck, and vapid achievement, the card I was also just talking about a minute ago. So the luckiest card in the deck, and to me, one of the trickiest cards in the deck. And his trips were created with one of the least lucky cards in the deck and one of the trickiest cards in the deck. Well, that one appears. And see that? You got the straight on the turn with the Six of Serendipity. Serendipity being fate or good luck. So luck, definitely got lucky. But there is still the chance for additional change in luck, because we have two luck cards, and it could come back to Paul on the river if the board pairs. So again, that would not produce my Four of Charity. But let's see what happens for Paul in the Aussie Millions main event. He bet 36,000 if you can't read this, and his opponent, who has a straight, raised to 471,000. It's quite a raise. Quite a raise. Some might call it an barrier, the unavoidable barrier. So is he going to, he was the barrier. Now he's facing the barrier. He can be the barrier again, which he just did. Oh, I guess he is all in for 471. So he was the barrier, and he faced it and called it. Let's see if that luck turns around, one more time for Paul with either another 10, a 9, 2, or 6 on the river. What do you think? Is he going to get it? I mean, resourcefulness, good luck, serendipity. He wouldn't have been able to get low to put so much money in if he didn't get the straight in this scenario, and vice versa. So, not so much money would have gone into the pot without this particular scenario of trips versus a straight. And there's also a flush possible draw, though neither of them have it. But, if people don't have these good hands, then these types of all-ins don't happen. And it happened with the 10 of spades, which I find appears often when there's an all-in. Unavoidable barrier, exciting challenge. That's the ace of refuge on the river. So apparently he should have taken refuge, hidden out safety, with the fact that serendipity had already arrived for his opponent. And yeah, let's move on. So we are today at 3. No, I did not get the hand, but I did predict the outcome of the last one. And we have 2 more chances. And no matter what, we're still statistically significant with our results, or extremely borderline close. So, without further ado, awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand on the first poker video that comes up when I search for Benjamin Tollerine poker hands. Please show me one card that will be in play. First poker hand, first poker video comes up on YouTube when I search for Benjamin Tollerine poker hands. Please show me the card. 2 of potential. Beggars can't be choosers. Lots of pressure, but, as in the way that pressure turns coal into a diamond, same idea. Benjamin Tollerine. Let's see if we can turn it around here with a successful capture. This does not seem like... I love this face for Doug Polk. And when was this? 9 years ago. Yeah, he really looks like a little baby. But yeah, I need one that has a poker hand. GTO Lab. Well, does it have an actual hand? It's a 2-hour thing. Yeah. It looks more like an interview. Okay, well, there's it. No, this is a... Yeah, that doesn't count. That's not a hand breakdown. We need a hand. Okay. Let's see. Just needed to show us a hand. All right, this counts. Well, again, I was not expecting Omaha to be included in my calculations, but here we go again with the Omaha. There's a 2, not the one that I'm looking for. Unavoidable barrier, resourcefulness, proof. Oh, there it is. We've got it. Ta-da! 2 of clubs. So I just want to make sure they go all the way to the river, and they do. And yeah, I am not going to do Omaha hand analysis, but yeah, I wanted to make sure I knew exactly how many cards came out so that I can make a note of that in my chart, so I know how many how many cards were in play, which I thought was going to be accounted for in the number of players in the hand calculation, But now that we are getting Omaha hands, I had to make another note so I can adjust later. So, without further ado, apparently that's my favorite saying while doing videos. We have one more hand to do today. We are going to do Patrick Antonius. So, awesome deck. Please show us one card that will be in play in the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Patrick Antonius poker hands. Please show us one card that will be in play, the first poker hand, first poker video that comes up on YouTube when I search for Patrick Antonius poker hands. Please show us the card. 5 of clubs. Friction, envy, pomposity. The grass is always greener on the other side. So I say this pompous card means kind of to do the opposite of what GTO would tell you to. Or not necessarily that you should, but that you will. So, as I like to remind people, cards, in my opinion, simply reflect what is. They aren't really a predicting, it's not causing anything. You can say it's a predictive tool, but the fact that you drew the card doesn't change what happened in the outcome, in my opinion. It's simply reflecting what can/will happen in that scenario. So we have Barry Greenstein, Phil Ivey, Patrick Antonius, Daniel Negreanu, all looking like babies. So cute. And no sign of our card yet, but Judgment, Clean Slate. That's that unlucky card I've talked about. Diplomacy and Confidence. And Opportunity and Initiative. And you definitely want to raise when you have the initiative, or pay attention to the person who raised you. Very careful attention, in my opinion. He's got diplomacy and confidence. So diplomacy is kind of take a safer route of the options that are available to you. So we continue, but for the point of my study, we are looking for the 5 of pomposity. Grass is always greener on the other side. And now my cat is walking through the screen. See her shadow? Here she comes through the other side, insistent on being part of the show. So, empowerment, vapid achievement card of the day, and charm. So, how much you charm/bet could make a good difference in this scenario. I'm trying to keep my cat's tail out of view. She's doing circles right underneath here right now. And the Queen of Decisiveness. Neither of them seems to be feeling near as decisive about the power of their hand, which makes sense if you know poker. I mean, somebody could already have the straight if they called you with a light hand. And now Ivy has drawn the straight, which I was about to say is another possibility. But for the poker experiment today, we only got 1 out of 5. Let's see where that leaves us in terms of our stats. So, as I said at the start and in the middle, well, we are still at 32% success, which is very high now that we are at 50 hands. So when I first started planning this, I asked ChatGPT, to do all of the calculations for me. Though I know theoretically how to do them. I'm lazy. So I said, hey, tell me what results I need to get statistically significant. And it made me a chart. And so previously I needed 33%. But now, and if there were 3 players in every single one of these hands, I would still need 33% to be considered statistically significant. But there are 2.24 players in the hand. It's probably up to 2.4 or something with the 2 Omaha hands that I need to calculate in. But we are at 32%. If there were only 2 in the hand, by the time you've made it to 50 hands, you only need 28% success for it to be considered statistically significant. And going forward, it stays at 28%. So let's see you again tomorrow while I draw some more hands and see if we can continue this trend of, so far, there is meaning in the cards. We are getting a decent level of success. And as you saw today, the meaning of the cards do correlate, and sometimes I do predict the hand exactly correct. I did predict the outcome today on camera. So, yay me. Hope you remembered to press the like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow for another poker prediction experiment. Thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome day.